Welcome back to another episode of 12 Minutes of Nonsense. How y'all doing? Y'all alright? Y'all good in these streets? Well, good. God damn it. I'm your host, Nathan Hurd, and I'm in these streets. You know what I'm saying? This is all nonsense, is what it is. And I hope that y'all listen, and it's just me don't talk for a little bit about some of the nonsensical shit that I be doing, that is done. So the first nonsense that I want to talk about, I'm actually going to be in Vegas later this month, later in May, at the Enhanced Games, which are some games that they're doing where they're basically just letting everybody do what the fuck ever they want to do. You want to take some steroids, take them bitches. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna pay people if they break a world record or something like that. They're gonna pay them like a whole $1 million. And here's the thing. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I'm going because, they flying me out there for free and they're going to put me up in a hotel, and I like going to Vegas. So, but the thing is, I don't know how I feel about it because I ran track, you know what I'm saying? Like I always wanted to go to the Olympics, and this is kind of a thing outside of the Olympics. So on one hand, I'm like, yo, I don't think that people should be doping, at all, in sports. On the other hand, though, like how many people in the Olympics have been caught for doping? You know what I'm saying? Like the Russians used to do that shit all the time. Same with the Germans, shit. Same with the Americans. So there's that, like put everybody on the same level. At the same time, I don't really know how I feel about it on the health wise. My two biggest problems are the health aspect of it. Like who's gonna, what concern, like you can't do, like what if somebody just does a whole bunch of meth and they just run, fast as fuck, boy? You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen crackheads do some ridiculous shit. Like every time I've seen a crackhead, on a bicycle pedaling uphill with no chain on the bike and a refrigerator on the front of the bike, that's crack right there. I ain't never seen nobody sober do that ever. That's not even an achievable goal for a sober motherfucker. So are we going to be letting crack in and hair on? Like, what if the next, what if sleeping becomes an event? The sideway, like, what if limbo becomes an event? Like, I don't think there's a person on the planet that can beat a heroin addict at limbo. Because that heroin lean is tough. You know what I mean? They bend their whole back, back sideways and back. So, like, somebody could take some hair on and beat, at the limbo. They could be limbo champ in these streets. You get somebody on mushrooms, like, dude, somebody on mushrooms can run like a motherfucker if they're scared enough. If the demons get real, they can be scared as hell. I feel like the only thing. Now, see, I was gonna say the only thing that I would be okay with is weed, but at the same time, like, those games where you got to shoot a bunch and like at what weed's gonna mellow you out. People they're gonna be mellowed out, and they're gonna be able to hit them targets. So, what drugs are we talking about? Just letting people take, and then my other problem is the accessibility. You know what I'm saying? Because certain cultures like have more access to certain drugs. Like in America, we can get cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know a lot of, maybe cocaine is not readily available in other countries. Like, look at Colombia. Colombia's taking all the track prizes, all the sprints. It's going to be Colombians first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and that bitch just coked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is that fair? Because they're going to get pure coke? You know what I mean? Like, is that fair? The Russians, they don't got the same regulations as we do. Them bitches over there fighting bears and shit. Steroid bears and shit like that. They don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Like, so because we can't get the Russian steroids or the German steroids, does that mean that we fucked up? You know what I mean? Like, and then I know that you're not allowed to, like, you're not allowed to do drug in like a lot of the Muslim countries, a lot of the Middle East. So they just going to be assed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be like, what y'all eating? Berries and figs and shit? Is that the drugs? Yeah, I mean, like, come on, bruh. I don't know how you would make it fair or safe because certain people have, like, I know people that are like, man, Drugs are terrible, man. Drugs are the worst thing in the world, man. I never do drugs. I never, ever in my life do drugs. What about weed? Well, like, weed ain't, weed cool, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I smoke weed, though. Like, I'm just saying, like, what about mushrooms? But nah, like, I ain't talking about mushrooms, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't talking about that. So, you know what I mean? Like, I know people that be like, man, I don't smoke nothing, man. I don't never smoke weed. I never do mushrooms. But I've also seen them be like, bruh, your whole face is cocaine white. You know what I mean? Like, you got coke face. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at what point, like, people have different ideas of different drugs. And, like, what if I'm just a bitch and don't like needles? Now I can't do steroids? You know what I'm talking about? Like, so how do you make it real for everybody? And is that also the message that we want to be these young kids? Like, hey, man, fuck working hard. Stick this in your ass. Not in the hole. I'm just talking about like in your booty cheek. Because that's where I see a lot of motherfuckers be taking steroids and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? I don't want my 12-year-old fucking, I got a kid. I don't want her, you know, pumping herself full of, all the steroids and shit like that. Just to get, but at the same, like to get $1 million and shit. But at the same time, it does kind of piss me off that the athletes that go to the Olympics put all this training in and then they don't get paid shit. Like they don't get paid shit. You know what I mean? Like you might like if you run track, you might make some money when you come back off of like some endorsements or something like that. But like if you like badminton, motherfucker, you ain't coming back to fucking fanfare. You know what I mean? Like ain't nobody waiting at the airport for you, which is disrespectful because badminton hard in the motherfucker. That shuttlecock is hard to hit. You know what I'm saying? So like, what do we do? Like, I think that if you get it, because here's the thing, gold medal means something, but I feel like, why don't you just give the motherfuckers the equivalent money? You know what I'm saying? Like some of these countries are poor as shit and you just gonna give them a gold medal. Like give them some cash, bruh. Like Somalia is a poor ass country, bruh. You get them motherfuckers a gold. Give them helicopters full of food, bruh. I feel like if you win a gold medal, a silver medal, or a bronze medal, I feel like instead of medals, you should get a wish. You know what I'm saying? Like if you win a gold medal, you get 3 wishes. If you win a bronze medal, you get 2 wishes. And if you win a silver, you get 1 wish. And that wish can be upwards and including $10 million. You can have a $10 million wish. You just want 10 mil cash, you get 10 mil cash. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you want 10, but if you want like a wish that's more, like you can have $100 million for your country. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, hey man, I don't want the 10 million for me. I'll take 1 million for me and then 99 mil for my country and my peoples and shit. You know what I mean? I feel like that would I think that like people would be starting to do sports. You like all these hood kids, you know how many hood kids would be like, yo, you talking about like I go to the Olympics, I can win bucks. We gonna take over ski. We gonna take over cross country skiing and all this shit. We taking all the sports. Broke as we is, you know what I'm saying? Mexico, man, shit. It's corrupt as fuck over there. You don't think some of them motherfuckers over there just like, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, let me get this sport. Let me get this rally car racing on. I don't know if rally car is an Olympic sport, but it should be. I also feel like if you win a gold medal, you should be able to defect to whatever country you want to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that like everybody would gonna do that. I just think it would be fucking hilarious if like the dude from Spain wins a gold medal and be like, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't Spanish no more. I'm just trading my gold medal in. Now I'm Italian. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be hilarious. I think that would be funny as shit. Yeah, but like, so I don't know how I feel about these games, but I'm going because I want to see what it is. I want to see what it's about. I want to see, I mean, there is some Olympic athletes in the shit and I want to see what they're going to do. I want to see what they're going to do. I'm curious. I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I don't know. I'm reserving judgment. Cause I don't like the safety. I don't like the accessibility because at the same, like you also got to think like motherfuckers in the hood they don't got no, like Keywan don't know where to get no damn steroids. You know what I'm talking about? Like he don't know where to get that. So he's going to get subpar steroids And now Keywan's left eye twitching and shit. He got C-class steroids. Now his eyes twitching. He got twitchy eyes and shit. Okay. Nuck Duck done went blind. Done went all the way blind. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so I don't think it's fair. I think richer countries would have an advantage, but at the same time, like, I know that people would watch it because we watch it. You know what I mean? Like the WWF, the motherfuckers were roided the fuck up in the 80s and millions of people watched that shit. Why? Because it's funny. It's entertaining. Was it safe? No. So I don't know how I feel about it. I feel some kind of way about it. I feel like it's a money grab, but so are the Olympics. So is FIFA. FIFA's one of the most corrupt motherfucking like companies, organizations in the goddamn world. You know what I'm saying? I think that both should be thing, but they should both be regulated. But then again, like, that means I have to trust the regulators, and I don't trust the regulators. I don't trust them. So I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's a good or bad idea. I just know it's an idea, and they're going to give me a free trip to Vegas. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to film some shit, and I'm going to look at some shit. And then when I'm done, I'm probably still not going to know how the fuck I feel. But I'm going to take this free-ass trip. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to take this free-ass motherfucking trip. Because I am curious. I will say this. I don't know if I'm going to, look, I don't know, because they still do take your medal away in the Olympics if you break a record, regardless if you get caught doping. I don't know that if I would count it as a world record if you break a world record. But they saying if you break a world record, they're going to give you $1 million. So if I could run fast and break a world record, just being on the juice, I would break that record. Or would I? I don't know. Would that tarnish my legacy? But like, would it tarnish my legacy? But what if I came back and then was not on the juice and then broke this? You see what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. It's a conundrum is what it is. It's a conundrum. But it should be fucking entertaining as fuck. It should be ridiculous as hell. Because I feel like I'm going to see some dude. I hope I see some roid rage. Like, because the only events that I'm seeing is track and field, and then like swimming, and then weightlifting. And I'm curious to see somebody roid rage and just like hit a motherfucker with a discus. I think that'll be fucking hilarious. Unless it's me, then it won't be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get hit with a discus again. That's not the business. That's not the business. Hey, let me ask y'all something. Do women with little breastises, because here's the thing, because women that got small little things, they be dancing their ass off, right? With confidence, because they know that, you know, unlike big breasted women, they're not gonna knock themselves the fuck out. Because I've actually seen that. I've seen women with some, you know, with some hugeons, you know, slap themselves in the face with it, and you know, it's hilarious. But also, I'm saddened because I know that they can't really get buck ass wild like they want to. You know what I mean? Like when like the go ahead, it's your birthday, and you want to, you out there doing a Running Man hard as hell. You know, if you got big ones, you can't do the Running Man hard as hell. That's just gonna hurt. And little titty women can do that. And here's the thing: I'm not saying that little titties and big titties, that one is better than the other, because I just like breastises. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like them all. Long ass ones, sideways one, them triangle bitches, AK bullet, with the ones where it's like they got the long ass nips and shit, and then like the ones that's like 76% areola. Those are dope. The ones that's like 3 different colors. Them bitches that look like a seal face. You know what I mean? Like, I like them all. I'm just wondering how big breasted women feel about little breasted women when they see them in the club going ham. That's all I'm really wondering. And I know that's off topic, but still, this is nonsense. This is all nonsense is what this is. You know what I'm saying? You ever try and bite an itch? Is that just me? Is that just something that I do in my time? Like, when the itch get real bad and your hand's busy, you just try to bite the shit out that itch? Like, not even try and itch it. I'm not talking about like itching it with your teeth. Like, I do that too. I've seen other people do that, but I'm talking about like trying to bite the itch. Like, just be like, man, my hand itchy as fuck right now. I wish I could take a bite out of my hand meat because my shit itching. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I feel like it's not. I feel like we have all bit an itch before. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I wish I had stripper confidence. You know what I mean? Like, to just be butt naked and walk up to somebody and be like, hey, man, I'll sit on your lap and gyrate for $40. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy confidence. I don't have that confidence. I don't know if I have that confidence to say that to my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy confidence. It's an insane amount of confidence. I don't think we give strippers enough respect for the amount of confidence you have to get on stage, shake your ass, butt naked, spread them open, and then get off stage knowing everybody done seen up inside you, and then be like, hey, man, I'm going to put my clothes back on in front of people, and then I'm going to come up here and ask y'all want to dance. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Personally, I don't really go to strip clubs no more. I haven't gone in over a decade, but it's not because I don't like naked. I love naked. It's just because I got a girl. I don't need to, but also because I don't like the exchange rate. You know what I'm saying? I'm legally blind, but I pay the same price, and I don't think that that's fair because I'm not seeing what everybody else is seeing. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't feel like you wouldn't go to a strip club if your hands were numb. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't feel the same. It is not, and I don't like that. I don't like that I got to pay the same amount when I don't get the same experience. I don't think that that's fair. Kind of like how, I don't like to go to sporting events where I got to pay the same price to not see nothing. That's disrespectful. You know what I mean? So I don't like going to strip clubs because they're going to be like, it's $40. I'm not going to make it rain when I can't feel the drizzles. That's not something that I'm going to do in these streets personally. You know what I'm saying? Personally, that's not what I'm about. I'm not about that life. Also, just a side note, the dudes for the Julio Drulio, the fuck is that nigga name? I'm from Jacksonville too, and I forgot that. It's Fulio in that bitch. Then the Fulio motherfucker. I don't know his whole name, but Julio. One of them is his names, or two of them is I'm like a third off, and I don't know what part of off I am, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The dudes that shot him, they got caught, and then they went on trial, and they just got found guilty and stuff. But why doesn't nobody ever in court? Why doesn't nobody ever in court taunt the people who are going to jail? Because like if somebody killed my friend, and then they went to court, and then they got convicted. When they got convicted, I'm gonna say something. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna say something raggedy. I'm gonna cackle laugh like you going to jail. You going to where? You going to jail. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say something raggedy. Like I'm gonna be like, hey man, how many times you gonna get fucked in the ass? 45, 47. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do something like that, and it never gets done. I want to see somebody be like, hey man, you have how many years you got? 45, 47. You know what I mean? I want to see that. I want to see the disrespect. Hey man, you have a fun time in jail, dog. I'm gonna go out there, eat a cheeseburger, and kick a puppy just because I can. You know what I mean? I might have some ice cream too. You gonna shit in front of people forever. You know what I mean? Like why don't people say stuff like that? They just always say, I hate you. And it's like, no, man, tell them what they're in there for. Like, hey, dog, it's going to stink where you going. It's always going to stink. You going to smell nuts the rest of your, like, that would be crazy to me to know that I'm about to smell nuts every single day forever. For the rest of my life, I'm going to smell somebody else's nuts. No matter what my day is like, for sure, I'm going to smell somebody's nuts. And I'm going to smell somebody's nuts so often that I'm going to get used to it. And if I ever like get out, I'm going to miss the smell of nut. I'm going to miss nuts smell. That's crazy. I'm going to be like, man, it don't smell different. It smell all different on the outside, man. I don't smell that from under cheese, man. I need that cheese in my life, dog. That from under cheese. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't want that. Also, I feel like you can't wear shower shoes in jail, and I don't want my bare feet to touch the showers in jail. Like Just thinking about it gives me a panic attack. Just thinking about my bare bottom feet touching, like my toes touching the floor in a jailhouse shower, like makes me cringe. Like that'll make me not do crime. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that. I don't like the idea that like I'm for sure stepping on somebody's children. I'm stepping on butter, like that splooge, skeet skeet. I'm stepping on it. I know for a fact I'm stepping on it. Somebody got, it smells like butt. How does it smell like booty hole and balls in the shower? Do you know how much funk there has to be for it to smell like ass in the shower? That is a cacophonous amount of funk. For it to smell like assholes and ball sacks in the place where you get clean your assholes and balls. Man. Don't go to jail, people. Ugh. Just ugh. Anyway, that's about enough nonsense for this week. I hope that y'all appreciate the nonsense, man. I hope y'all appreciate it. And fuck Netflix, because they doing the Netflix is a joke festival, and they didn't book me on not one goddamn show, because they some hoe ass hoes. And but it's okay. Keep my name in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting together the tour. We're gonna be in Canada in September, on the East Coast in September. So look for that. Yeah, follow me on everything, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. Don't buy Cybertrucks because they look stupid and I hate you. And yeah, man. If you love them, hug them for 6 seconds or more and high five everybody. You know what I mean? This is Nathan Hurd, and this has been 12 minutes of nonsense, even though it's more than 12 minutes. And I'll holler at y'all next week, all right? Doses.